Yo, what's up, everybody? Today we're diving into one of the most asked questions I get when starting a fashion brand. How do I find a clothing manufacturer? Well, today I'm going to break it down step by step, how to find it, and tips I wish I knew when first starting off. Step 1. Know what you need. Okay, before you start Googling and everything else, you need to be clear on exactly what you want to get made. Is it t-shirts? Is it hoodies? Cut and sew pieces, accessories, denim? You have to be super precise on what you want to get made, because you'll be wasting your time and the manufacturer time, because if the communication is in there, you just wasted a bunch of time. So make sure you know what exactly you want to get made. Step 2. Domestic versus overseas. Now you have two options, domestic or overseas, right? So domestic, USA based, overseas, China, Turkey, etc. right? Now, a lot of people claim that the USA have better quality. I disagree with that completely, because China has just as much quality as they do. Another price point that you have to look out for is if you overseas, then shipping, right? Shipping costs a lot of money. Even though you probably have a lower MOQ, you still have to pay for shipping. And with the tariffs that the US president put on place, they can add up over time. So you might want to check with the USA first where you're at, just to make sure, and then you can start comparing prices from overseas. So yeah, that's a big tip. Make sure you have shipping into consideration, because if it's heavy, you're gonna be paying a lot of money for shipping also. Step 3, where to search. Now I'm going to teach you how to find manufacturers in the USA, and then I'm going to show you how to find manufacturers and cross seas, right? But first, let's start with the USA. I'm gonna show you step by step what website to go to, and this is just like just a helping point to show you where you can find some good manufacturers that big brands use for their manufacturer. So let's hop over here. All right, so what you want to do is go to cfda.com. Now this website is on the Council of Fashion Designers. Now they do the Fashion Week. I think Tom Ford is the president of this, so it's very legit. So what you want to do is scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll find production directory, and you'll scroll all the way to the bottom till you see directory, and this is where all the manufacturers are located, right? So you have different categories. That's why I say it's very important to know what exactly you want to make, right? So you have accessories, children's, home, men's, other, women's. Let's click men's, right? And they'll start narrow itself down. Location, Los Angeles or New York. So we're gonna go on the East Coast, so we're gonna do New York. Price point, we're gonna do designer, right? Because, or matter of fact, let's do budget. Now I know this might be kind of different than you seen like certain price points as like 0-10, but better is really like a midpoint. So let's just do budget for now, because we're all on a budget, right? You just starting off. We're gonna do minimal. We're gonna do the least amount, which is probably in production wise. So let's do 10 to 50. Products, we're gonna go for tailored. No, matter of fact, we're gonna do sportswear. And then services, whether it's hand sewing, finishing, or cutting, we're gonna do, let's say cutting, because that's really like the cut and sew. Now, as you see, the list, the narrow itself down, right? So let's go over here to blank canvases, right? We'll click on it. And what'll happen is the contact information will then pop up. We know the address, the telephone number, where to go, who to get in contact with, such as Anna. And this is just a list of the service that they have. So if you have additional things that you want to get done and made, then you can go right over here to make sure that they have that they do those things that you're looking for, right? So this is just, you know, to help you guys out. I know it can be hard sometimes trying to find out where a manufacturer at to like launch your brand, but here you got all the information that you need to contact them the right way. And they all been legit because they with the CFDA. Now I want to be honest, I don't have an official website for overseas manufacturers, right? But for you guys, I do got an Excel spreadsheet with a list of top manufacturers cross seas that Abercrombie and Fitch and other big brands use, right? And it's updated, and I'm gonna have that link in the description below. So I just want you guys to know that I don't want to have you guys contacting or going on different websites. I know it can be tricky sometimes, so this Excel spreadsheet gonna have all the information that you guys need, and I'm gonna put it below, so that's for you guys. So here is a list of all the overseas manufacturers that I was speaking of. You got a full list. As you can see, it's in different countries. You got China, you got India, all specialized in different things. It's more than 200 manufacturers on this list, and also it had trim suppliers also, right? So different trims that you might need. So I'll make sure I have this list right here in the description below for you to download and have just for yourself. So that's something for you guys, right? Step 4, vetting your manufacturer. So vetting your manufacturer, right? So this is when you contact your manufacturer, but you need to ensure that they doing everything that they put and everything's still up to date, right? So you need to ask a list of questions. You need to ask, okay, what's the minimal order, right? The MOQ, right? What's the turnaround time? Can I see the samples first? Do you have custom labels? Do you offer packaging? What about embroidery, right? What about payment terms? How do you do that? So these are some important questions that you need to go over with your manufacturer just to make sure that they're doing everything that they listed, and also that they meet your needs. Very important, very key. Step 5, sampling. Now, I cannot stress this enough. You need to make sure you have samples. Never go into a production first without getting your samples. Now, a sample gonna cost a little bit more. If it costs $50 or $20 to make a shirt, it probably run you probably $150 plus the shipping because it's one, right? You need to make sure you get that sample, inspect the quality, make sure it hold up to the standard of your liking, and that the production, that the manufacturer is doing exactly what they saying that they're doing, right? You want to make sure that everything is key, everything is sound, so when you go into production, it won't be no mistakes, right? You need to make sure exactly how you like it. Step 6, building relationships. You need to build a relationship with the manufacturer. You need to make sure you're communicating with them often, right? Because if you start working with a manufacturer, let's say they mess up on your first sample, right? If you keep working with them and they start knowing what you like and don't like, it won't be no mistakes in the future. So just because they mess up 1 or 2 times, don't just cut them off. Make sure you're working with them, communicate with them, get to know the personnel, right? Because when you do things like that, that's building a great relationship. They know that you're coming back. You know that you're gonna get that same quality over and over again, and they're gonna be the first ones to contact you if they specialize in some kind of new designs, right? They're gonna make sure that you in the know-how of it, right? They may start reaching out to you about promotions, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you ordering from them for a long time. So make sure you building a relationship with them, talk to them, don't just cut them off the first or second time. Get them some tries, and usually if they mess up, they will end up making it for free. That's a good manufacturer. If they mess up and they acknowledge they messed up, they usually will give you something for free, or they probably give you a free sample just because you create that kind of relationship with them. So always build a relationship. That's super key. I cannot stress that enough. build the relationship. Is key. Now, if you got any more questions dealing with the manufacturer, make sure you let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to answer those questions, and I'll make a video about it even, right? If you like this video and resonate with this video, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be making more videos like this, right? I'm going to be making videos talking about manufacturers, cutting sewn, getting your business off the ground. It's going to be like a little series just speaking about fashion. So that's all I have. Thank you for joining in. Bye.